Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video. Today I'm doing my April bullet journal plan with me. I know, it's been a while since I posted a video, but school is extremely busy like it always is, and it's always my excuse, so I'm so sorry. But today we have a new video and I'm really excited about it because I think all of the spreads turned out very cute. So first off, let's begin by doing a little March flip through. Again, the link for this video will be down in the description box if you want to check it out. So I did this like kind of creepy cat picture on the front of a mama cat reading to her baby kittens, which was kind of funny. And then I just used those colors throughout all of the spreads. So here's my calendar. I incorporated a lot of scrapbook paper here and also these like little tag card things with some string. I thought that was kind of cool. I also had these really weird animal stickers which I used throughout this spread. They were sitting in like my sticker box for a very long time and they were just kind of extremely weird and didn't really have a good theme to go with it. So I thought this with the cats reading on the front cover was the perfect suitable option. So yeah, that's what I went with. I'm also using some washi tape throughout this in like this very light blue color, and I actually really like some of these spreads. So this little taggy thing is a list of all the books I read this week, which I like to include just because I'm now an extreme reader for some reason. So that's always fun to keep track of that. Here is my last March spread of the upcoming week. And I had a lot of fun with these colors. It was great. I think it was the perfect theme for March. And now let's get going for April. So as you can see by all of my fonts and doodles in the video and thumbnail, I'm doing like a 70s retro theme for April because I thought the colors would be really fun and it would be a simple thing to doodle instead of like drawing an animal like I did last month on the cover page. So I am doing this on a piece of white like cardstock paper, and I sketched this out with a pencil first, and then I'm using this like dark burnt orange to outline everything. I thought it would be kind of fun compared to like just like a black marker, and then I'm coloring it in with some Crayola super tips. So I picked out some colors that I thought would suit this theme, and I just went ahead and colored that all in. So the background I didn't outline, as you can see, so I'm just coloring that in to make it just a bit more subtle. So on this page, I have a cute little sun in the corner, some flowers, some like paisley prints, stars, and then of course April at the bottom. This is kind of different from some of my other ones. Usually I do like a painting or I draw on my iPad, but I wanted to keep things simple this month. And I thought this would be kind of fun to draw out. So I'm just adding in some details with a white Posca paint pen. And then I glued that into my bullet journal, and this is the completed page. So you can see on the left over there all the Crayola super tips that I used and will continue to use throughout this month's spreads. And now for the calendar on the next page. So after sketching this out and measuring out the boxes with a pencil, I'm using the same burnt orange like fine marker to draw out the calendar. So I did the exact amount of days here. Sometimes I do like extra months on the top and bottom, but not this time. I found some scrapbook paper in orange and yellow, and I'm gonna cut out these like half circle things. Actually, no, these are quarter circles for some decorations to put in the corner. I thought this would be fun and the color perfectly suited the theme. And I always like to include some type of textury element in my spreads, so like scrapbook paper. I also have Pinterest photos, which you can see lying around over here. Just found some on Pinterest and printed those out on cardstock. So over here, I'm just kind of cutting out these different pieces and using them kind of like scrapbook paper, I guess, because most of them are just like patterns of things to suit my theme, and then gluing that into my bullet journal. So the classic like retro font that I've been using kind of throughout this theme definitely took some time to practice to get used to drawing it out. So I sketched that first and then I outlined that in the burnt orange marker. Definitely not a font that I'm used to using, that's for sure. So it took a little bit more thought than some of my other typical like calligraphy or cursive things. I'm adding a drop shadow here with a Muji black gel pen, and then I'm coloring that in with Crayola super tips that go along with my theme. To up the maximalist level of this spread, I'm adding some flower doodles all around in the black Muji gel pen, and then later I will color in some of them with the colors. Oh, here we go, coloring them in just to make it even more colorful and even more retro themed. This was really fun, and it's fun to include like a simple doodle to kind of carry out throughout all of the monthly spreads. For the washi tape over here, this stuff is like a peel on the back type of thing for the washi tape, so I use that, and then I'm writing out the days of the week in a black marker, adding some more doodles, just filling up the page until it is to my liking of maximalist level. And then here is the completed spreads. I think it's super cute, and the boxes on the calendar are nice and big, so I'll have lots of room to plan out my month ahead. And next up is my miscellaneous page. So this includes goals, highlights, and expenses, I believe. So I am beginning by cutting out some shapes from my scrapbook paper. I also did these like cool rainbowy shapes, I guess, as part of the circle-y things, and incorporated that throughout. I thought this was really fun. It was kind of inspired by one of the Pinterest photos that I printed out, and I thought it suited the theme well. So I'm just playing around with that, as well as figuring out the placement of the Pinterest photos. I didn't have a plan going into this, and that's typically how it is for me. I just kind of play around with things and glue it on, leaving hopefully enough space for the elements on the page that I want. Lately, I haven't really been using my goals and highlights section, but I still wanted to include it on this monthly setup just in case I do want to use it. Typically I put some goals in there and then I never look back on them, but maybe this month will be the exception. But I do tend to use my expense tracker just because it's a nice place to keep everything organized. And then I am filling up this page with some more cute little flowers. Oh, and the titles for the expenses and goals and favorites was done right on the Pinterest photo with a black marker, coloring in my flowers with some Crayola super tips, and then adding some washi tape. I also split up the page so I could organize these various components of the spread. And last up, we have the first weekly spread of the month, so I'm beginning by cutting out some scrapbook paper, just like I was doing for all of the other spreads, in orange and yellow, and then gluing that into my bullet journal, and trying to just figure out the setup of how I want everything to look. So I also did the same little rainbow technique with part of the paper, and then I am kind of covering that over so it goes across the page. This is a fun technique to do just to kind of change things up. Sometimes it's nice to like put a photo or something like right in the middle. It kind of messes up like the closing of the bullet journal, but it does make the spread look a little bit different if you are wanting something to change up how things are looking. Here's some washi tape. I think this stuff is from Michael's, I believe. It's like kind of a rose gold color, and I haven't used it in a very long time, and I'm kind of not a fan of the peel and stick back of it, but I didn't know that when I purchased it. Here I am writing out April in the same retro-y font, adding some drop shadows that I later will regret because I can't really see April that well anymore, but that's all right. I am also adding some flowers, doodling everywhere across the page, and then once I'm happy with the decoration portion, I'm going to go ahead and actually add in the days of the week in the different colors of my colored theme. And then of course adding my grand to-do list for the week, which has been incredibly helpful in keeping me organized for school specifically. And then yeah, that is how it turned out. Throughout the month, I'm going to continue to make more weekly spreads in the same theme with the same like pictures and colors and stuff, and then you can see that in my May plan with me. So that is a completed page. And here is a little flip through of all the spreads in April, as you already saw me create, and I love this theme. I think it is amazing, and the colors are unlike anything that I've done before. Of course, I've done like yellow and orange ones, but like not together, and I'm just really liking it. So let me know what you think of it, and also let me know what your theme is. If you bullet journal for April, I would love to chat, and I would love to know. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, let me know in the comments, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!